Hello, YouTube. How's everybody out there today? Yeah, another beautiful hot day, YouTube. Yeah, I love some good old pretty weather. Hope everyone is doing just fabulous out there today. Go ahead on there and get your walk on. Get your walk on, YouTube world. Get your walk on now. Yeah, I'm out here today, getting my walk on. It's kind of late today. Uh, it's really hot. It's hot today. Yes, it is. Beautiful day, I tell you that. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful day. The later I get up in the day, the hotter you get. Yeah, it sure do. But I just want to show y'all this beautiful view of this park. The name of this park is Lakeside. Yep. It's pretty big. As far as the walking trail, now they do not have like a children's playground here. They only have a beautiful walking trail in that big old, see that nice pond of, that's where people go over there and fish. Now that's where they fish at right there. I guess it's too hot. I guess it's too hot to come out here and fish round about now. I think most people wait until the sun go down or either come out early in the mornings. Yep, early in the morning. Yes, like I say, it's a beautiful day today. And some spots is kind of cool. But most of it is sun. You know, you have the trees, they like set far off from the walking trail. Over at the other park, you know, they got the trees is in the right place. You know, everywhere you walk is, you're not so hot. You have the sun and you have some shade. Well, yeah, I just love a nice view myself, you know. I sure do. I just love a nice view. And that water looks so pretty from here. You know, the way how it just sitting there like that, it's just so pretty. Sometimes you can just sit there and stare at the water. Sure can. Yeah, I like this walking trail also. It's 1 mile all the way around, which is good. I love it. I love the park when it's like that. Yes, yes, yes. Go ahead on and get your smile on today, YouTube. Get your smile on. Ain't nothing like a sense of humor. Ain't nothing like a sense of humor. Yeah, I got off with a little late start today. You know, some days you have some good days. Just getting up the exact time that you get up every morning, and then some days it's like laid back. You have like laid back days. You know, you're not in no hurry or doing nothing. You know, you're just taking care of yourself and doing what you know to do best. So yeah, I'm just out here and yeah, I just said I was going to go to another park, and then, like I said, if I get a late start, and then somehow or another, everything is just, you know, I just discarded. I said I was going to go to that other park, and I sure was. I just got a late start, and due to the fact that I had got a late start, I say that it done got really too hot, you know. I mean, I still could have went on, but somehow, you know, I'm an early riser, you know. I like to go and get things done early in the morning time. Some people, they are night risers, you know. Some people do things at night. And then you got another group of people that do things early in the morning. Some people get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and do their exercises. Some people get up at 6, because I think the reason why I'm so used to getting up so early, I'm up by 5, sometimes 4. I think the reason why I'm so used to getting up so early is because my body been trained for 24 years training. When you have to drive for transportation, you have to get up early. Train with transporting children to and from school. You have to get up early, to be to work. And somehow or another, my body got to this day. I still get up early, even though I'm retired and everything. I still get up to this day. I still get up early, but back then, I had to be to work 6 o'clock, 6:15. But when I first started, sometimes I had to be to work at 5:30. You all know what? When I look back on those days, all those years, I say to myself, how did I do that? How did I do that? Yeah. So, this park is like this. Let me see if I can switch it around. Yeah, so, I asked myself the question, I say, well, how did I do that? Well, you know what? And everybody know this. When you're young, you're in your 20s, you're in your 30s, you can conquer the world. You can pretty much do about anything you want to do. Because that's the kind of mindset that you have, because you want to do something positive with your life. If you have children and you got to raise your children, so you have to do the best thing for them. And all that take you through life. You have to set good examples, do good to other peoples. You just have to do the best that you can as far as being being in your community, because back in my days, communities, neighbors, they would help one another, I don't know what's going on nowadays. Neighbors don't even speak to neighbors no more. What's up with that, y'all, huh? Neighbors don't even speak to neighbors. Let me tell you something. Back in the days, when you were moving to a neighborhood, let me tell you, the neighbors would come and welcome you into the neighborhood. Yes, they would come and welcome you into the neighborhood. And that make you feel so welcome, So you know what? I picked that up from my neighbors. So when I would see people moving to my neighborhood, I was just watching to see if anybody gonna go in, welcome them to the neighborhood, and nobody would welcome them to the neighborhood. So I made it my business one day, and I just went on over there and introduced myself, and I said, what's wrong with people nowadays? So I remember when I bought my house, Riviera Beach, Palm Beach. I was new in the street, just moved in, and none of my neighbors were coming. None of them would come and greet me, and say, welcome to the neighborhood. None of them. I was there about my neighbors on the right, my neighbors on the left, my neighbors across the street from me. They would not come and introduce themselves to me, or just say welcome to the neighborhood. So what happened was I think I probably was there about let me see, I think 3 weeks. I think I was in my house about 3 weeks. I'm gonna say probably about a month. My neighbor that lived next door to me, I heard a knock on the door. So I didn't know who it was. So when I went to see, because I remember seeing, you know how you see your neighbors outside be doing different things and stuff like that. Yeah. So hold on a minute. Uh, so she was knocking on the door and she came. She was real nice lady. She came in, welcomed me to the neighborhood. Was real nice. Introduced herself. I had been seeing her. You know, you know how you see your neighbors come and go. And let me tell you, she was the first one that introduced herself to me. The other neighbors, they would just stand by and just look at you. I don't understand that. What's up with that? Your neighbors, if you move into a neighborhood, people just be standing by, just be standing out, looking at you and watching you. What is up with that? I didn't come from no background like that. The background I came from was neighbors was nice. Neighbors was friendly. They say, if you need anything, feel free. Come, knock on the door and stuff like that. And to this day, me and that neighbor, we good friends to this day. Ain't that something? That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. Yeah, me and her became good friends. We sure did. And I guess I don't know what it is nowadays that why people act like that. But you know what? I don't want to ever have that kind of spirit. I just don't. I don't want to have that kind of spirit. You see your neighbors moving into the neighborhood. They don't know nobody. They new moving into the neighborhood. You can't even go and just say, "Hello, you're new into the neighborhood? Well, welcome." It don't have to be no long conversation, nothing like that. But what I see nowadays, nobody don't say nothing to nobody. Nobody. Even when you walking and stuff like that, if you're in the stores and stuff like that. But what I found out here, people are nice. They do speak to you, in the stores. But I do remember the neighborhood that I moved into, nobody did not come and welcome me into the neighborhood. Nobody. So didn't. But you see them outside and stuff like that, and people just look at you. They just look at you. I'm like, who are you people? What world did you all come from? Because if you got that back in the day, good home training, and respect for manner, you honor people's. What happened to it? Or you probably wasn't taught like that, like we were. I do know nowadays a lot of children growing up nowadays, and a couple of generations back, they didn't get the good home training that me and my family got. But sometimes you can learn from other people, though, just by watching other people. You see this person so real nice to other people, you say to yourself, I wish I was like that. You don't have to wish it. You start by doing it. You just do it. Just do it. It'll make your life so much better. It sure will. But I'm just, I'm that kind of person, I just, I'm just trying to make sure y'all can't see because I don't know where the sun is at. But, well, it was there, but I just switched the phone from one hand to the other again. I tell you, me and these tripods. Ooh wee, me and these tripods. I tell you, YouTube, what y'all gonna do with me? Oh my goodness. And like they say, excuses. Yeah. Some excuses is valid, you know what I'm saying? And some on, we blame it on, yeah, I did, I forgot it again, yep. Forgot it again. But you know what? And there's nothing wrong in asking people questions. It's really not. It's nothing wrong. And If you want to know anything, you know, you got to ask. Don't you have to ask questions? Absolutely, that's right. You sure do. But what has happened to people nowadays, though? See, that's my question. Once upon a time, people were just nice all the way around, all around, you know. I guess because, you know, so much evil is going on in the world today, which is so true, you know, and people just nowadays want to stay to themselves, you know. I understand that too. But like the saying say, there's a time and a place for everything. Now, ain't that right? Yes, a time and a place for everything. Like me, for instance, I might not know you, but you know what? I can come up to you and say, hi, ma'am, how you doing? You know, this is so-and-so, so-and-so. Do you know about so-and-so, so-and-so? And you know what? You do it in a nice manner, you know, a respectful way. Because you want to have respect for people, you know, where you go. You don't want to be aggressive, anger, hatred. You don't want that. That means, you know, that's what you have in your heart. You know, you strike people like that. And everybody do, from time to time, you know, have and go through things in life. Of course, you know, we are all human. And everybody deal with their issues different. Everybody do deal with their issues different. We may have the same issue, but you may deal with yours different than I deal with mine. So true. So true. Yes. It's just a beautiful, beautiful view over there. It sure is. Yes, it is. But what I'm finding out is, this been going on for about a decade now. Well, I noticed that when people, somebody tell me, what is it that's going on? You know, in the world today with people, they act like, some people don't act like you done did something to them and you ain't done nothing to them. Not a doggone thing. You know, people easily can hold grudge against you nowadays. It can be anything simple. Anything. But you know what? I just like having a strong mind. I do. I like having a strong mind and just always let the good overcome the evil. That's how we have to take it. Let your good overcome your evil. And that way, you'll come out as a winner. You sure will. It's just every time we turn around, something devastating and happen in the world, you know? Maybe in another state, country, you know? And sometimes things can affect us, you know, for maybe a short period or something like that, because we have to question it and say why. We have, you know, when things happen and we have no control of, you have to ask yourself the question, why? What caused this? Why is this like this? And what are people doing, you know, to us? And so on. So, listen, back in the day, when, in my younger days, let me tell you, I ain't telling no lie either. Those was the good old days. Those was the good old days. Don't get me wrong. I think the spirit of the true and living God every day for my life, for my health and for my strength, for the breath that I breathe every day. But listen, it seems like we are up against so much of evil now. And we have to know when to discern right from wrong. And these days we do, because so much is coming at us. So much of evil is coming at us, and we have to be able to determine, you know, what's right and what's wrong, make a choice. But, and then you ask yourself the question, how did we get here? How did we get here to make for all these, and it seems like things just don't stop, things just keep on going on, you know? So, but we have to try to make the best of what we can do. I do know that, because, like I just said, some of these things we don't have no control of. We don't have no control of it. You know, we can voice our opinion, definitely, yes. You can voice your opinion. As a concrete creative content. Okay, you too. As a content creator, look at here. I like to voice my opinion. I sure do. I like to voice my opinion and say, you know, this is this and that's that, you know, because I always just want to know. I just want to know, y'all. Don't y'all want to know? Don't you want to know? I don't like to be silenced on especially certain things that's going on, you know. And I know you have your opinion too, you know, how you think about things and how you feel about things, you know. Yes, don't we all? Yes, don't we all? See, if I had that little old tripod, I could hold this. I could hold this more better. But I just want y'all to see. Hold on. Yeah. See here. Ain't that water pretty? I feel the sun. I like the sun. I sure do. Sometimes it get too hot, but I still like it. Yeah. Thank you for coming along with me on this walk, because I'm learning, and I have to put myself out to you know, to show the viewers that I am learning. And you know, I think it's a process thing when you're doing these YouTube when you're doing these YouTube videos. You have to learn, and then, so how do we learn? Through other people's, and through the Spirit. It comes to teach us and show us and guide us through all things. And so what I know in life is that when you're serious about it, you know, things begin to open up for us. And everything may not happen at one time, but by and by you'll see things starts to happen for you. And I'm very appreciative of that. I just wanted y'all to see this beautiful water that they got down here. What is that? Is that a river? What is it? A pond? It's pretty big, ain't it? You know, there's something else. I don't think it's no river. I don't think it's no pond. But that's where people go fishing. As a matter of fact, people's out here fishing today. I see people's out there on the side of the bank fishing. Yeah, YouTube. So just wanted to bring y'all along with me on this walk, this beautiful day, and get some views. See what I'm saying? The trees is back over there, but there's nothing we can do about it. Yep. This is a nice place. It sure is. Yes. You know what? I'm gonna stop doing. I'm gonna stop saying that. Yeah, I'm gonna go to another part tomorrow, and then tomorrow I don't go. I don't even. I'm gonna just wait until I show up there and say, "Hey, you two, I'm at a, I'm at a different park," because sometimes when you say things, you're supposed to keep your word. You know what they say, your word is your bond. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. But, sometimes they say, when you say you're going to do something, you don't do it, they say you lying. And I don't want to be neither one of them. I sure don't. And then they say you done broke the promise. It's just so many of these different slangs or words that, people say. So I just want to be able to keep my word. I sure do. But they just say, in the future. In the future. Yes, 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 yes. So I just want to say, I'm going to go ahead on and sign off, and appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. My videos, make my videos here to uplift you, to encourage you. And my videos are entertaining. So if you find them entertaining, go ahead on and get your laugh on. Ain't nothing wrong with having a sense of humor. Y'all know that. Have a sense of humor wherever you go and give someone a smile. It does somebody good. Until next time. Holla.